The other thing which I thought I would touch on, and it's a big part of why I personally went for the World Raid model, I'm not going to do a Poltares and go riding hard enduro on this thing. So I bought this bike to cover big distances. I wanted to do big missions up the high country and go camping, and then probably get out into the desert as well at some stage. But for the most part, I'm going to be covering big distances in the high country. So getting this World Raid model with the bigger fuel capacity, that's basically, the suspension was obviously one, but the main thing that drew me to getting this particular model was the increased fuel capacity. So that was another thing I couldn't really find much about in reviews, is the fuel economy on these things when you're actually riding it off-road. A lot of people put up their fuel economy when they're just dawdling along on the freeway at 100k an hour, and that's great. You can get great fuel economy when you're sitting at quarter throttle on 100k, but what I've personally found is this thing is actually pretty fucking thirsty when you're getting into it off-road. The first 200k's I did, I used 16 litres of fuel. So that was all off-road, sort of flowing fire trail, but I'm probably on the tighter end of the spectrum. So third gear, third gear, not fast enough to get in the floor. So on the gas pretty hard in second and third gear. And it used 8 litres to 100k's, which was quite a lot more than I thought it would. So, like, obviously a lot of people say they can get 450k's out of these things, which I'm hoping I can. Today it's been a lot better. Like, I have ridden it a lot. I've had that in mind today, I suppose you would say. So I've been a bit more friendly on the throttle, and it's a lot better today. We've done 150k so far, and it's only just 2 bars down on the tank, on the fuel gauge. So when we get back into town, it'll be close to 200k's. I'm going to fill it back up and see exactly how many litres it's used per 100. But it is a lot better today. But I just thought I'd mention that. Again, if you're going to ride it aggressively in off-road conditions and actually ride it like a dirt bike, which is how I'm using this thing, if you're getting into it, your fuel economy is probably going to be nowhere near what some of these people say they get when they're just coasting around on touring. So I guess just be aware of that. Like, I could still, at that rate, at 8 litres, 100k's, I could still get 300k's out of these tanks, which isn't bad. Like 300k's in the high country, so it's a pretty big day. Like, you cover a fair bit of ground, or it's a fair bit of riding in 300k's in the high country. That being said, like, yeah, it's been a lot better today, and I'd expect I probably could stretch that out closer to 400k's, just being a little bit more friendly on the throttle. But otherwise, I just thought I'd share those couple of little points about the suspension and the fuel economy. Got some big missions planned on this thing. Got a trip. My first proper trip coming up is going to be riding to On Point through the to Melbourne through the high country to get the suspension done. So that'll be coming up real soon. 215k's we got. So we will see how much she takes. Gonna go some dirty 91. I don't trust the 98 at Yak. I think it's been sitting there for decades. It's like diesel. Bit of a pain on these things too. You've got to take the key out of each one to fill them up, which is weird, but what did we get in there? 6.3, so it'll be about the same in here, which will be about 13. So 7,
6.5 per 100. Not bad. Better than the other day anyway. There we go. 11.8, say 12 litres. So 6 per 100.